Welcome into Freestone Field at Brighton High School for Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. We've got a great Region 6 battle coming up for you as the Brighton Bengals prepare to host the Skyline Eagles. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Megan Chambers. Megan, these two teams been off to great starts. They've each played a game in Region 6. Skyline coming off their first loss of the year against Park City. Brighton coming off a nice win over West. We should have a great battle here tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what both teams bring to the field tonight.
So we'll start with Skyline. They're 7-1. Talk about the only loss coming to Park City. And a lot of people might have been like, well, yeah, they played Park City. They've got quality wins prior to that, including win over Lone Peak. This has been a really impressive year, and they're led this year by Sammy McMaster, the junior. She's got 27 goals. Sage Roberts has 14. Elena Smolka, 12. They've been strong. And Natalie Niederhoser in goal today, a .735 save percentage. This is a really talented Skyline group.
Yeah, I think both teams come on the field with a very talented team. There's not just one individual player that we should be keeping an eye on. The whole team is, there with skills and a force to be reckoned with.
Meanwhile, for Brighton, they come in 4-2 overall. They defeated West in their region opener. That was a one-sided affair. For Brighton, coming off a win against Corner Canyon, they lost the first couple of games, but it feels like this group is starting to find their stride and their momentum.
Yeah, and I think, just looking at the lineup of their star players and who's committed, I think it really speaks volumes at how many girls are committed to colleges already who are graduating from Brighton. And I think they've added 9 coaches, I think, already this season. So just continuing to grow their program.
It's a big game for both these two sides. We're talking about Skyline was undefeated coming into that Park City game. Obviously had hopes at a region championship. They dropped that first one. I don't want to say this is a must-win, but you don't want to fall down too many games in the early going of region. And for Brighton, this is a good test for them. They've got Olympus on deck. So it gets real serious real fast for the Lady Bengals. This is going to be a good test for both these two sides in the early going of Region 6.
Yeah, I think this is really getting both teams ready as we near the end of the season for championships for the regions.
Brighton is in the home whites. Skyline in the road navies. We talk about the starting goalie for Skyline today being Natalie Niederhauser. Meanwhile, the starting goalie today for Brighton is going to be Annabelle Kiefer. The last time we saw the junior, it was one of the more impressive plays, or one of the more impressive games, displays we've seen by a goalie all year for the Brighton Bengals.
Yeah, and I think since that last game, she's committed to William Jewell College, a D2 school in Missouri. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for the opening draw, and we are underway. I want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we will see us start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing. Keep it true to the official clock here in the stadium, as this eventually taken by Ayla Cole. And this was the thing that I think was evident. We saw them play against Corner. It was the speed of Brighton. Created a lot of opportunities as Cole bringing it ahead here.
Yeah, Brighton moves with speed, and they also move with confidence without getting overwhelmed or flustered.
And this will be a 12-meter start here for Ayla. Boy, I think kind of in between there, it looked like she might have been trying to get that to Caroline Lee, but that one drifted a little bit towards cage, and now Skyline looking to clear.
Yeah, it looked like that was an indirect shot. She was trying to pass it off to a player close to goal.
We're talking about the Skyline, the offense for Skyline. Good goal scorers, very effective as well. There's multiple Skyline Eagles on this team with over 500 shooting percentage. So when they get it on frame, they've had a lot of success this year. We'll see if that maintains here against this Brighton defense. Is over with McNally here for the Eagles, playing with Tomlinson.
Yeah, Skyline has a very talented team, and to see them up against Brighton will be a good challenge.
The next game for Skyline is actually going to be against Woods Cross. That'll be a good test, as this one lost early. Scooped up, kept here, Tomlinson. Good find over on the wing, and that one right to the netting there of Kiefer.
That was a nice clear. Almost out to the 50.
Yeah, looking for help by the turf, and that one rolling through as Eichner has it. She's got help with her, but Eichner's behind the defense. Checking there by Holloway, able to jar it loose as it's kept here by Eichner for Brighton. This given to Fisher. We didn't talk about some of the scores for the Bengals. Izzy Gurley had it there, 12 goals on the year, 15 for Caroline Lee. She had a monster game in that win against Corner Canyon. Sophie Nielsen with 12, Hughley with 10. Very balanced offensive attack. Again, that's just through 6 games. Coming around that screen, Lee working in front. That's just over the crossbar and kept here.
Yeah, that was a great play. Moving attack so they could have a cross play where the side-by-side attacks cross each other and confuse their defense to get open.
Eichner given back to Lee. See Skyline, nice job there, collapsing, taking that lane away. Trying to feed that in front, that taken away by McMaster. Sammy still with it. The sun setting here to the left of your screen as you see those shadows growing longer on the field. Good battle here for this ground ball, picked up by McNally. McNally still with it. Here's Roberts. Boy, Kiefer being very aggressive, and nice play there by Roberts. Able to get just around enough to get a good look at the goal, and Skyline able to score first.
Yeah, Skyline did great moving their attack up to the top of the 8 and the 12 to give room for that crease roll and hitting the back corner. That was great.
15th goal of the year for Sage Roberts. We talked about when they put shots on goal. She's got a .583 shooting percentage. Again, very high across the board for this Skyline offense. And, you know, we talk about the game against Park City. They only scored 4 goals. That was a season low for them. Every other game, they've been double figures. So for Skyline, you like to see that bounce back, right?
Yeah. Let's see what they got tonight.
Back to the draw here. And, yeah, there's the whistle going to go to Brighton.
So that was an early release. So that means someone crossed the restraining line before the draw was possessed.
Here come the Bengals. Nielsen. Oh, we're going to get a card here. I missed that one being given here to Himley.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened over there.
So Brighton here will have the extra player for the next 2 minutes. See if the Bengals can take advantage. This one kept here. Nielsen trying to work around. That one jarred loose. Here comes Skyline.
Triple team right there down the middle, trying to slow her down before she gets past the restraining line and onto the attack side.
Boy, and how about Holloway? She just took that end to end. Good possession there. I think Skyline was a little confused there. They get their offense set up here. Tomlinson.
That was a nice check by Brighton. Clean.
Nice little spin. McNally gives over. Johnson. Oh, a lot of room coming in. Bounce shot on a goal, and it's 2-0 Skyline as the visitors. A goal to start from Roberts and now McNally.
Yeah, that was a great movement on attack. They were able to confuse the defense a little bit and then take the opportunity when they saw the back of the head of the defense to take the lane to goal. That was great.
So Skyline here off to the early 2-0 lead. We talk about region standings. Region 6, so tough. West Jordan, Highland, they're both undefeated on the season. They played at night, actually, in Region 6 play. And then, of course, you got Park City, Park City and Olympus.
Yep.
Obviously, Brighton, Skyline.
It's a
Top
tough
of Region
region.
6
Yes,
is
it
tough.
Excited to see who comes out in the tournament.
This is one of those where teams are thankful to have the RPI because it does allow more teams to make it. This still on the ground, picked up by Skyline. Skyline has been very patient on offense in this first quarter.
Yeah, they really have. They're meeting Brighton where they're at with their patience and taking the opportunity when it presents itself versus forcing it.
Now it's going to go over to Brighton. Let's see if Brighton can find their offense. They've been able to get set up, but they really haven't been able to dissect this defense yet. And there's a call.
Yep, that was a shooting space call, so they're going to get an 8-meter shot. Let's see if she can place that.
So this will be Eichner. Just off center. Coming in, looking for a shot and scoring. Good take there by Charlie Eichner as the Bengals are now on the board.
Yeah, that was a great read by Charlie to go to the back of the net over the goalies. I think it was her left shoulder. She didn't shoot right off the bat. She waited till her defense moved around them a little bit. Was able to get that shot in versus shooting right through them.
You played, right?
Yes.
Former player,
Yep.
coaching experience.
Yep.
How important is it when you give up a couple early to find the back of the net? I guess I just wondered, how big of a goal is that rather than potentially go down 3-0? It's 2-1, get a little bit of confidence. Is that important, or is it, hey, it's a long game, there's a long time to kind of make that play and get that confidence going?
I think it depends on the team, but it is important really to get your team confident that they are in the game before, they have their confidence too down, right? Having that first goal really gets their confidence, we're in this till the end, versus having to pull them up at the last third and fourth quarter.
Emily had speed there. Now we'll track this down and keep it here for the Eagles. Here's Tomlinson. Works over. I think this is Johnson. Jane working back here to X. Roberts, boy, again, you see Kiefer come out trying to feed that across. And the whistle here will be an 8-meter opportunity for the Eagles.
Yep, that was some driven defense, but Skyline got the opportunity off of that, and let's see where they land it.
So this will be hanging hash. Sent over, and that one couldn't get on frame and just wide.
That was a great idea, though, by Skyline. That far 8-meter hash is a really hard shot to make. So by passing it off to a teammate right in front of goal was a good idea.
I felt like Kiefer's been super aggressive on the edges in there so early going.
Yeah, not a lot of goalies. Every goalie's like that. So when you have a goalie that's aggressive like that, sometimes it takes field players by surprise a little.
Well, when we talk about a goalie who plays with a lot of confidence, right? When you're playing with confidence, I'm sure, you have confidence you can be that aggressive on the edge, right?
Yep.
Brighton again loses this one inside that 8-meter area, and now Skyline looking for the clear. Is that pass a little tall? Tracked down by Brighton. The Bengals bringing it up. Here's Rodney. She's got some room.
That's the restraining line at the 30.
Rodney working in front, and did that one cross? Yes, it did. Brighton with the equalizer, and it comes from Marley Rodney.
They were pushing for that.
Well, and you talk about that restraining line.
Yeah.
That really opened it up. There's a lot of room, and the moment that defender had to peel off, it was like, uh-oh, there's a lot of opportunity to create something here.
Yeah, so that restraining line really stopped her in her tracks from continuing to move over and created the opportunity.
Good response from Brighton. They gave up the first two. Now back-to-back goals, tied up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, this is a high-energy game. I can already kind of feel it from both teams.
Talk about early part of the region play. Still a lot of play left, but you can get a sense of the urgency, right, of not wanting to really hurt any momentum or have too much of a hole to dig out of, as a call here will be Brighton possession. Here comes Nielsen, multi-sport athlete. Over with Lee. Caroline trying to split through. Well, I'll tell you what, Holloway's been great today for Skyline. We do get a call here, but Holloway's been all over the field, I feel like. 8-meter start here for Caroline Lee. Racing in, looking for that first lead, denied. And this one picked up by Niederhauser.
That was a great clear by the goalie, getting it out to the restraining line before defense even really was able to make it to the restraining line.
Here comes Skyline. That pass was over the head, and Brighton will head back and gather. Skyline trying to put the pressure on.
Yeah, Skyline's triple team there left a Brighton girl open for that pass.
And I see Brighton trying to take advantage. Here comes Nielsen, other side. Brighton setting it up, 90 seconds to go here, opening quarter, 2 apiece.
Yeah, Brighton looks focused out there, holding the ball, waiting for their moment.
Oh, nice move there by Hughley. Coming in front, the shot hits off the pipe.
That was a great idea. It was right there.
Gurley keeping it here for the Bengals. Here's Eichner. 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Lee back with Izzy. You don't have to force anything here. I like being patient there.
Yep. The longer it's on this side, the less opportunity Skyline gets to shoot.
Especially with the quarter coming to an end, right? You see the hard check there, the whistle. Brighton will have the 8-meter opportunity. This will be straight away for Avery Miller. And this could really be the last play potentially.
Yeah, for this quarter.
Yeah. Miller coming in, takes the sidewinder, that denied.
I think that was their first low shot like that.
Yeah.
Seeing how the goalie reacts.
Niederhauser gets the clear. And a whistle there will keep the possession with Skyline as the final seconds ticking away. The Eagles won't get a look. And that will do it. The first quarter in the books. We're tied up at 2. Skyline and Brighton in a Region 6 battle. You're watching Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Welcome back. We want to remind you, Brighton Lacrosse, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our sponsor. We want to thank Heidemann and Associates for their sponsorship. If you have any legal needs, contact the experts at Heidemann and Associates. Give them a call at 801-472-7742. Tell them Rewind sent you, and you'll get a free consultation from Heidemann Associates. We also want to thank Raising Cane's. Raising Cane serves only the most craveable chicken finger meals. It's our one love. There are 9 locations here in Utah, from Logan to Provo, where people can stop in for one of our quality chicken finger meals. Catch it before the game or after. We want to thank Raising Cane's for their sponsorship of Brighton Lacrosse. Also, Precision Lighting and Electric. Precision Lighting and Electric is a multi-generational electrical contractor that has been wiring custom homes, remodels, and high-volume track homes along the Wasatch Front for 30 years. If you have a need, ask your builder for Precision Lighting and Electric. Dane Stewart, Megan Chambers, 12 minutes in the books, tied up at 2. Megan, what has stood out from you from that first quarter of play?
Yeah, I think the high energy and the competitiveness from both teams is really incredible, and just to see them both out here playing their best game is good to see.
I think early on, a couple early Skyline goals, Brighton has really taken away some of their opportunities, largely through possession. If you're Skyline, how do you try to get that offense humming again?
Yeah, I think it's really about when they get down to the attack to kind of do what they were doing at the beginning, which is hold it and to really wait for their moment versus pushing for a moment that's not there.
Brighton with a draw win. I think those have been in slightly favor of Skyline, so a good one there is Izzy with the shot and the goal. How about Izzy Gurley? Boy, that was a heater.
Yeah, that was awesome. Left side shot, moved the goalie, fake right, and then she went left. That was great.
13th goal on the year for Izzy Gurley. A fantastic shot there. Good look for the senior. Of course, Izzy has participated on the Utah national team. Very talented players. Has several of these Brighton teammates have been a part of that. And I remember seeing her last year. Awesome to see players multi-year, see them grow and develop. And Izzy, this year compared to last year, I think she's looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more aggressive, and knowing when to attack.
Yeah. And I think, with some of the athletes out here who are multi-sport athletes, it helps to have that awareness in the sport for the full year versus just in lacrosse.
Another draw win here for Brighton. A couple back-to-back wins to start this second quarter. Lee working through and contact there. This is one of the things that I don't want to say surprised me, but I thought it was evident in that game against Corner Canyon. Brighton is not afraid to attack the net.
No, and attack it in different ways versus the same way every time.
That one drew iron off the shot of Caroline Lee. And they're going to give this to Skyline? Yeah.
That was a good call to give it to goalie. She can probably clear it further and faster than the field player could run.
Yeah, Brighton's got a mark downfield, though. Not a lot of room. That one gathered by Norrit. And now Skyline on the run. Here comes Roberts. The Eagles have numbers. Roberts. Boy, I thought, she could have fed. Here is Engelin. The shot and the goal. Skyline able to tie it up at 3 apiece, thanks to Ella Engelin.
Yeah, that was a competitive play all the way down the field, landing it right into the back of the net. That was great teamwork. That wasn't just one girl doing that.
And that's the thing that's so tough, right? We've seen both these two teams tonight. They get behind the defense, and now you're scrambling to try to stop a run. And that time it was Skyline that was able to capitalize.
Yep. Yeah, Skyline was just 1 or 2 steps ahead of Brighton and was able to take advantage of that opportunity.
So good response there for the Eagles. And this one collected, maybe swept back, and Himbley coming away with it. This one taking a bounce and gathered by Brighton. Here comes Rodney. She was able to score off of an opportunity earlier where possessed in the middle. She'll take this back to X, as Brighton will set up the offense.
Skyline's been doing a great job, though, at getting their defense back in time and beating most of Brighton attack players.
Oh, good move. That one kept out by Niederhauser. Sorry, Megan.
No, you're good. Just getting their defense back in time so that it's not usually just a run to the goal.
It's a nice save by Niederhauser. I love the move there by Rodney, who was able to go from having no space to having a real clean look.
Yeah, that was a stick to body contact.
And Skyline here will start that taken away. It almost looked like she might have been waiting for a start signal. It was kind of an odd delay.
Yeah, so she was waiting. It looked like she was either waiting for the start signal or for one of her players to be ready for a pass.
And it was a heady play by Eichner, able to come and just take that away. Although Skyline getting it back here, and now it's McNally trying to keep this on the attack. And it'll go back to Brighton on the cover.
Yep. Both teams have had really clean passes in the midfield. It's all about the defense on both teams that has been causing the turnovers.
Here's Phillips. And I think both teams have been really good with their stick checks tonight, right? We've seen a lot of
clean stick checks.
Fisher setting up with Eichner.
Charlie Eichner and Caroline Lee have actually been on varsity since their freshman year and have been starters for the last two.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Gurley with her second goal. How about the placement there by Izzy Gurley? No? Never mind.
Let's do it again.
So Gurley here instead will have to start from 8 meters. Coming in, Gurley. That one will count. Yep, that one good. There's Izzy's second goal of the game.
Yeah, Izzy Gurley participates on the Utah national team with Ayla Cole, Alex Hughley, Zoe Kiefer, and Charlie Eichner. You can tell they all kind of have a camaraderie on the field as well.
Yeah. And I think part of that is they've played together, obviously with the national team, but here at Brighton for a long time. This is a well-established program, and you see players that contribute multiple years here in the great tradition of Brighton Lacrosse. So the lead back to the Bengals. This draw won by McMaster.
Skyline's being patient on attack right now.
McMaster here trying to get everyone in position. Look like spreading them out. Oh, that pass couldn't be handled. And Brighton coming away with it. Ayla Cole able to gather.
Yeah, that was a great fight for that ground ball. Brighton came away with it.
Almost ran out of real estate. Good recognition there by Cole. Peeling back here to the middle. Here's Eichner. Now Phillips. Out with Miller. Nielsen working in front, but a whistle here.
That was a call for shooting space. So Brighton will get that 8-meter shot.
Almost like a free throw here, except you can step in.
Yes. Or you can pass it too if you want.
You can. Nelson talked about her skills on the hardwood. As we'll do this again. Region 6 defensive MVP in girls basketball, second team All-State This one straight away. Goes to the left hand. That one just brushed aside. Oh, and that one found the back of the net. I got caught here between the posts. I couldn't see that one.
Yeah, that came around back. It was a beautiful play.
Did you see who scored that one?
I did not.
They're going to give it to Avery Miller. 5-3. Brighton out in front.
The coaching staff on Brighton, they told me the other day they have a combined 100 years of coaching and playing experience.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I don't think I've added up my years of playing and coaching experience.
My years of experience commentating, you count on one hand.
Really?
Commentating lacrosse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the sport.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Here's McMaster.
Nice draw control by Skyline.
They haven't let Sammy find a lot of space. Feeds that to the wing. And that one, couldn't tell if there was a piece or not, but that one is backed up here by the Eagles.
That was a good look. Just missed the goal by a little bit, but it was a good play by Skyline.
Brighton trying to clear. You see that double team. And it will be Skyline here to possess. Here's McNally. No. Lost that one. Rodney bringing that ahead.
Get that Skyline double team.
Rodney, she's done such a good job with this very thing, bringing it ahead. Oh, and that stick coming up high.
So that was a stick in her sphere, which is like an imaginary bubble around her head if she was wearing a helmet. And sticks are not allowed in that sphere, so that would be a call.
So they allow Rodney to kind of get her bearings back and start it. Good to see she's okay. You could tell her reaction from that immediately. You hope there wasn't anything too severe with that.
She looks a little stunned, trying to get back into the game.
She did give a nod to the bench like, I'm okay.
Yep.
They are going to bring a sub on for her. I think anytime you have those hits to the head, you want to make certain players okay.
Definitely. Really important.
Back behind goal with Gurley. Izzy has a pair of goals in this second quarter.
And I think we brought this up last time, how Brighton likes to pass behind the goal between their two girls on X. And we talked to Coach after the game to figure out her thoughts on that. And they do that so that if they lose the ball, they have to go through the entire 8 and 12 meter of the whole team, basically, to get to the other side. Yep.
Here's Hughley. Hughley kind of pushed out there, and there's a shooting space call.
Yep. That was a great play. Brighton did an isolation where they left the girl behind the goal to try and crease roll, and then she was able to get shooting space, and now a penalty shot.
Usually with the 8 meter start here, just off center, coming in, the shot on the goal. Going high corner, and Hughley with her first goal of the game pushes it to a 3-point lead, the largest of the game.
That was a great shot, looking to her offside up high. Got it right to the back of the net.
Boy, what a shot there, and how about the response again? This game was 2-0 Skyline. Been a 6-1 run for the home Bengals.
Yeah. I mean, they were really close in the first quarter. The Brighton Bengals seem to have picked up the pace a little bit. We'll see what happens before halftime.
5 different goal scorers for the Bengals in this first half. This one corralled by Himley and the Eagles. That one tried to be kept in there by Brighton, but could not. It'll be Skyline possession. Yes, it will be. As we're inside the final 90 seconds of the half. Nora behind goal, works over to Roberts. A couple of early goals by Skyline, but really this Brighton defense has looked very comfortable staying the Skyline attackers since that point.
Yeah, it looks like Brighton defense has also picked up their energy and their power a little bit, holding their ground.
And I don't even know if McMaster has a shot in this first half. Again, she has 27 goals coming in.
I haven't seen one. Not yet.
As here we'll get a call, and this will be an 8-meter opportunity for Roberts. As we're down to 35 seconds to go. They'll stop this with 30 seconds left. We're just going to let ours align. The start, Roberts coming in. The shot and the goal. Sage Roberts able to score her second of the game.
That was a great look by Sage, using the defense as kind of a shield so that it was hard for the goalie to see where she was going to shoot and placing that shot, bounce shot. Always hard for goalies.
I don't know if this is real pertinent, but in case anyone's on the old ESPN right now,
Yeah.
apparently Utah's getting an NHL team.
Nice. That's exciting. We're becoming a hot state for sports.
Sounds like the Arizona Coyotes planning to move north.
That's cool.
So there you go.
I'm excited.
Final 30 seconds of this first half. 6-4.
That was a great extension on the circle to get that ball.
And boy, you see the check from behind there. Quick back to play. Worked in front. That one jarred loose. And we'll get the call here. And they will stop it with 10 to go.
See if they can take advantage of this opportunity right here, the last 10 seconds before the half.
This will be Eichner coming in. The shot. Oh, and the save. That's a big save for Niederhauser. As the first half comes to a close. 6-4, the advantage for the home Brighton Bengals as they lead Skyline in this Region 6 game. You're watching Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Megan Chambers with you. 6-4, the lead for the Brighton Bengals at the break. And a pair of goals for Izzy Gurley. In fact, she's the only scorer today with 2 goals. Everyone else with 1, regardless of team, as Brighton trailed in this game 2-0. And a nice surge late in that first half to have this multi-goal lead, as they've done most of the year. Skyline making a change for this second half in goal. Jade Sullivan, now the goalkeeper for the Eagles. Megan, your thoughts on what we saw in that first half?
Yeah, I think it was a great opportunity for both teams to challenge themselves in different areas, and I think they're meeting each other at their tempos, and to just see how each team reacts has been really exciting.
And I failed to think of Sage Roberts. She did have a pair of goals in the first half, and now she's got her third, a hat trick for Roberts as Skyline scores quickly to start this second half.
Yeah, I think that'll be key, kind of what we talked about in the first half. If Skyline gets a couple goals, gets their confidence up, it could really do wonders for where they're at in this game.
So back to a 1-goal deficit. And this has been a back-and-forth game. The largest lead that we've seen tonight was 3. It was 6-3 Brighton. Back-to-back goals now scored by Skyline. beautiful night here at Brighton. You get the feeling like spring might actually be coming. The lights are on. And
the last time we were here, there was snow, wasn't there?
it was cold.
Yeah,
it was cold. And this will be Brighton possession. Yeah, here tonight we've got the window cracked and no jackets or gloves or anything.
I know. It's great.
Here comes Gurley. Izzy continuing to just find space, and now, boy, you see that room taken away. Shooting space will give Gurley the 8-meter opportunity. Gurley's been great tonight. A pair of goals in that second quarter. Looking for her third. Izzy coming in, the shot and the goal.
Yeah, Gurley did a great job at having her stick low. So she had kept the goalie low, thinking she was going to shoot low, and she shot higher than that. So that was great moving the goalie.
I actually thought Sullivan was pretty well positioned. There wasn't a lot of room there for Gurley to fit that shot in, but did a really nice job with the placement.
Yep.
So we'll head back here for another draw. 10.5 to go in our third. Gurley's taken a lot of the draws tonight. She's done a nice job. She's got 3 goals now. She's made her impact felt in multiple ways as she's trying to get it. That one just jumped out of her stick, and now here come the Eagles.
Yeah, Skyline really took off in the midfield, leaving Brighton behind.
Hamley able to scoop up the possession, and no one was going to stop Lorelei as she scores to make it 7-6.
You can feel Skyline. They're ready to keep the momentum going, not slow down with those goals.
Well, you talk about a team that was 7-0, and when you look at teams they played, they scored over 14 goals in, 5 of their 7 games.
Wow.
So they're accustomed to flying, as Eagles do, and finding a lot of success doing so.
Well, that was definitely a play that was flying down the field.
Out of the air, this gathered by Nielsen. Here comes Sophie. Boy, dissecting the D. Sophie Nielsen, what a shot by Nielsen as she scores, and it's 8-6.
You can tell she was looking at where the net was to be able to shoot where the goalie wasn't. That was great, a great look.
And that's where you see a player, and look, there's a lot of players that have played like this tonight, but Nielsen, in basketball, you're used to having a defender on you, right? And learning how to leverage that contact to create space and lanes. And you see a play like that where Sophie's able to do just that and ride contact, get off of contact, and get to the front of the cage and be able to beat the goal. That's a play that you see that she's done a lot, not just in lacrosse, but in other sports as well.
Yeah, she was Region 6 defensive MVP and second team All-State for Brighton's basketball team. You can tell she was really leveraging that skill.
She was a big-time scorer for him, has more years, both on the lacrosse field and on the hardwood. Just a sophomore, Sophie is. So she can be really one of the all-timers here when it's all said and done for Brighton.
They're going to do a redraw.
It's out of the air, trying to be tracked down here by Hughley. And just kept that in. And Hughley has it.
That was a great look.
And one of the 6 seniors on this Brighton team. Here's Nielsen with it. Nielsen working in front, and that was just a touch behind Eichner. Great idea. And now it's the Eagles on the counter. Here's McNally, flips this with Johnson. So this will be a 12-meter start here for Johnson. Himley. Boy, her speed has been evident tonight as that shot just off target and backed up here.
Looks like Skyline got it again. Try and bring it back to the goal.
Roberts. Gurley is locked up on McMaster. Gurley's not even watching the ball. She's just following Sammy. Talk about ways she's made her impact felt. There's another one, taking away their top scorer. And so Skyline here having to back this up to start it. Work to the middle.
Great look.
McNally, that one stayed out. And Kiefer with it. Uh-oh, that pass in trouble. Brighton trying to gather it. Fisher there, and the Bengals have it. Look out. Boy, Lee thought about passing it, but then realized she was all alone. The shot and the save. What a save by Sullivan. That might be the biggest save of the night for Skyline.
Yeah, that was great by Skyline's goalie. A one-on-one like that is hard for goalies to track, and then especially just taking off attack coming straight to goal that hard. It's great. It's a great save.
Here's Johnson. Trying to work in front. That one couldn't be brought down. I think that was Izzy Pope that was around that pass. Here's Henderson.
So that call right there was a stick to body contact.
Good call?
Yeah, it was a good call. They were riding her in the midfield on the stick, which they're really focusing this year at the refs focusing on the rule of no stick to body contact. So that's why refs are calling it more often in the midfield.
Fisher, now with Miller. You see Skyline continuing to defend. This is McMaster on the defense, and that one kept out by Sullivan.
That was great defense, matching the attack speed. Skyline did great matching that.
And this one taken away. Look out. Right in front. Another stick to the head. And this will be an 8-meter opportunity coming up for Miller. Coming in, and that was just wide. Skyline trying to get the clear.
That was a great hustle from Brighton, trying to stop them before they got to the restraining line with that clear.
Brighton settling this down. Felt like we were settled in the early going of this game. In this second half, we've been more kind of up and down, higher pace, faster pace.
Yeah, it looks like Brighton's been, they've upped their attack a little bit and the intensity. When they have the opportunity, they've been taking it versus holding it down on attack. Right now, they are holding it on attack and moving it around to get that opportunity perfect.
Here's Gurley. Was looking there for Eichner. And was that kept in? No.
So Skyline's ball.
Well, here come the Eagles. Trying to send that ahead for McNally. This one doesn't have enough to get out. Kept back in and gathered here by Henderson. Skyline trying to be aggressive here. And that, yeah, they'll call the contact there, so it will stay with the Bengals. Here's Rodney. Rodney being pushed here behind goal.
Defense is doing a great job at pressuring Brighton behind goal.
Nielsen.
Brighton is ahead 2 goals, so having the ball down on their side as long as they can is a great call.
Yeah. Eichner. I'll push this out to the 12.
Another shooting space call. So now she has the opportunity on the 8.
Good look here for the start from Eichner coming in. And the shot and the goal. Charlie Eichner able to finish it off. And the lead back to 3. Second goal of the game for Charlie Eichner. About 80 seconds left here in the third. We'll take a moment, thank our sponsors here of Brighton Lacrosse. Want to remind you, Market Street Grill and Oyster Bars, home of the freshest fish and oysters on the Wasatch Front. Revisit your family's tradition of fantastic steaks and seafood at any of our 3 locations, downtown, Cottonwood, and South Jordan. Visit them online at marketstreetgrill.com to buy tickets to our Chef's Table Summer Dinner Series. Market Street, legendary for a reason. Thanks to Market Street for their sponsorship of Brighton Lacrosse. Skyline with the win and the end-to-end. That shot was wide and backed up by the Eagles. Himley's been very aggressive today for Skyline.
Yeah, her determined mindset has really shown on the field.
Has a pair of goals today. Roberts has 3. That duo, 5 of the 6. Nope. Himley has just 1. Sorry, I can't read my own notes. That's a good sign of a good commentator right there. Is the call here. So this will be Johnson just offset. Winding up here for a potential rip. 30 seconds to go. Coming in, the shot kept out by Kiefer.
That was a great save.
On the ground, cover here. We'll give it to Brighton. 15 seconds left in the third. Can Brighton get one final opportunity? Oh boy, and a hard check there. They'll stop the clock here.
Given a card, looks like.
With
Yellow card.
Yeah, 4 seconds to go. I think that's one for Skyline. You're just trying to really stop that run, right?
Yeah.
We got 4 seconds to go. How much time do you really need being this far away to get an opportunity? Is 4 seconds enough?
Yeah, I mean, 2 seconds to pass to the 8, 2 seconds to shoot. That's 4 seconds. Yeah?
Yeah. I was actually joking at work this week. You know when 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4?
When?
When it's rounding. Clock going. Izzy can't get this away, and that will do it. 9-6. The advantage for Brighton through 3. They lead Skyline. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates on the Rewind Sports Network. What a shot. Tino Psyche, our cameraman tonight. Beautiful look at the brand new building here at Brighton High School. We do want to thank some of our sponsors of Brighton Lacrosse, including Aviva Women. Hello, lacrosse fans. Did you know Aviva Women offers personalized hormone therapy solutions tailored to your unique needs? If you suffer from migraines, fatigue, or just not feeling normal, our expert team can help optimize your hormone levels for peak performance and overall well-being. Plus, if you're here today, take advantage of our special offer and receive $50 off your hormone lab work. Don't miss out on this opportunity to feel your best with Aviva. We also want to thank the Porcupine Grill. Since Porcupine Pub opened its doors at the mouth of Big Cottonwood Canyon in 1998, they've been dedicated to feeding and supporting the community through its ongoing grassroots sponsorships of various local partners, including high school athletics throughout the Salt Lake Valley. Porcupine's mission has always been to create the perfect gathering place for skiers, mountain bikers, sports and outdoor enthusiasts, families, and friends to relax and enjoy great food while meeting new friends and experiencing exceptional service. Their wide variety of fresh and scratch-made food is a welcome escape from the mass-produced offerings from the usual food chains. We hope to see you all at Porcupine for lunch, dinner, or brunch. Go Bengals! Thanks to Porcupine Grill and Aviva Woman for their sponsorship of Brighton Lacrosse. 9-6. I thought we'd have more scoring in this one. In case you missed it, new podcast, Utah Lacrosse podcast came out this week. I put the over-under at 30. It's clearly going to be under.
It is going to be under.
I expected a lot of offense in this one. I think the defense have both played really well.
Yeah. I think, when you think of powerful teams like this, you think of their attack, but this is a reminder that defense is just as powerful as their attack, and I think their defensive teams are really coming out disciplined and ambitious to show that.
I'm still going to say coming into this game, of course, Skyline hadn't played Park City when that was recorded. I felt good with taking the over on 30. I did think it'd be high scoring, but I'll own that one. This is why we don't promote such things, but just if there were such a thing as lines, that's just what we would have guessed. So, and by we, I mean me. It's fourth quarter underway. And this one gathered by Brighton. Contact there.
That was a push. They're waiting for her to move 4 behind before they continue. That was a great look.
Not quite certain the call here. Do we have one too many?
Skyline's offsides.
Yeah.
So you need to have 4 of both teams' field players behind the restraining line.
So Izzy here will be just beyond the 12 to start this. Oh, nice cut. Right through the teeth and the sphere will be an 8-meter opportunity. This will be Miller. Miller coming in, this shot, and that one kept out. Good reaction by Sullivan. Here's Gurley. Feels like Gurley taking this back to X, over with Lee. Caroline has not scored tonight. Top scorer for Brighton coming in. Gurley coming around the shot, and that hit off the pipe. Looked well covered by Sullivan. It's taken away. Here's Lee. The shot and the goal. No, but we've got a call here before that goal was scored. So that won't count. Shooting space, the call. It'll be Caroline Lee with the 8-meter opportunity.
That's a great example, though, of how attack is also on defense, because attack intercepted that and brought it right back.
Lee coming in, one-on-one, and the goal. I've seen Sullivan really hug that post, really relying on her stick work to be able to make saves, and that time Lee took advantage of the open net and able to finish.
That was really disciplined placement for that 8-meter shot.
First goal of the game for Caroline Lee as Neil Diamond being played here at Freestone Field. I listened to this song today.
Yeah. This is on one of my chill playlists.
Chill playlist. Nice. I was not a big Neil Diamond fan, and then a certain movie in my 20s really made me respect Neil, and now he's regularly played. Back to the draw. Do you know that movie?
I was going to ask you what movie it was, but I thought it would date me.
Well, it probably dates me. Saving Silverman.
I have never heard of that. No.
All right. Well, there you go. In case you're bored this weekend.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Report back next week on the movie.
You'll probably be like, you watched that garbage? It's like, well, it was a long time ago.
Last week.
It's got a certain aura for it. We'll just leave it at that. Here's Miller. Worked with Henderson. Brighton back to that patience game with a 4-goal lead here. Gurley.
Skyline putting the pressure on Brighton.
Boy, that was a great little design. They were trying to get that back to Eichner with all sorts of room, and it would have worked if it wasn't for Malaya Holloway, who was able to disrupt that pass. And now the Eagles trying to attack quickly. Englund up ahead. Ella trying to get possession there. And she does.
You can feel like the ambition and determination from Skyline right now.
Coming around and scoring. Great work. And I think that was Sage Roberts once again. She scored in every quarter tonight.
Yeah, that was a great shot. She used her defense to roll off and take the shot in the top right. Looks like defense on Brighton is realigning down there.
Just over 8 minutes to go. Important goal there for Skyline. We talk about with the scoring ability this roster has. Mm-hmm. Felt like they need some urgency to get one to try to reel this back in, and now going to be important for their defense. If they lose the draw, to get possession quickly and allow that offense to have some more opportunities.
Yeah, they're definitely still in this game. So we have 8 minutes left, so let's see what they have.
Oh, boy, McMaster with a crafty win. That draw didn't go very high. McMaster cutting through, trying to get the shot, and a call here in the sphere will be an opportunity for McMaster. So here's Sammy straight away looking for back-to-back goals are the Eagles. McMaster coming in. And that one, stick check loose, but the call there will do it again.
Yeah, Brighton's defense is crashing quick, so leaving Skyline to not have a completely open lane for very long.
This feels like a big moment in the game. McMaster, the shot and the save. Kiefer keeps it out. Boy, if McMaster gets one there, you have back-to-back goals in a span of about 40 seconds with a lot of momentum building, and instead it's Kiefer making a play like we saw her do a couple weeks ago to deny the leading score for Skyline. Now Brighton slowing it down. Here's Hughley.
Last time Skyline was able to get the ball, they were putting pressure on Brighton closer than what they are right now. So let's see if they are able to do that again.
Eichner trying to find a little bit of room there. You see that Skyline defense coming over quickly.
Yeah, they're quick to crash and get double, triple teams on growth ball.
Worked back to Gurley. We approach 6 to go. Gurley coming around. See that help on the slide, gives it over. And there's the call. I think this is going to be Eichner that will start it. And you see that Eagle defense collapse down with 3 Eagles flocking to the ball. Eichner coming in and scores. Charlie Eichner with her 3rd goal.
Yeah, Eichner did a great job cutting diagonally across the goal to the right to move the goalie to the right and then shot left. So good look.
Talk about one of the players, multi-year starter for Coach Nash, on varsity now for her 3rd year as a junior. 5:44 left to go, and Brighton back to a 4-goal lead. And McMaster came away with it. Here's Himley feeding in front. Good help on that Brighton defense.
That was a great look on Skyline's part for the girl right in front of goal.
This will be Cameron Bird, a senior. Berg looking to feed McMaster. That pass disrupted. And Brighton coming away with it. Ayla Cole, one of the student body officers here at Brighton. Gets the joy of planning dances and assemblies and building school spirit. And doing that here with a big possession for the lacrosse team. As it was Zoe Kiefer that had brought that up. And Brighton can't maintain the possession. That's Holloway looking up. McMaster with it.
That was an impressive catch with defense right on her.
Oh, nice play there by Cole. She's going to be whistled here. So Skyline will start inside of 4 to go.
I think Ayla Cole played on the World Cup team. Did I already mention that? Against England?
I don't recall that.
Yeah, they were telling us that the last game. Pretty impressive.
Wow,
so she
that's
played
awesome.
on the England team in 2022.
That's probably why she's a student body officer.
Probably.
Hey, look, you played against England. You can represent us, right? Here's Hughley. And that shot was deflected. And it will go back to Skyline.
So that pass was to Skyline, but it looked like Brighton intercepted it.
I think it was
with
Emma
a
Henderson.
short pass.
Here's Emily Workman. Miller. Brighton just a couple minutes away from starting off Region 6 play, 2-0. Be sitting atop the region with Park City. Of course, that game against Olympus next week, that's going to be a toughie. That Olympus team, really strong once again.
It's going to be telling, too, because they play Park City after that, don't they?
I just looked out for the next game, so they could. Well, at some point, they definitely will, right?
Yes.
Nice spin there by Nielsen. We're inside of the final two. Sophie's still with it.
Looked like Brighton was trying to set a screen to create an opportunity for the open girl.
Here's Lee. Caroline working in front, and that shot kept here by Hughley. As we're down to the final 90 seconds, Brighton just bleeding this clock. Gurley. Yeah, no need to force it. Nice move. Working in front, the shot, and that was kept out. Boy, Sullivan able to make the save. Final minute. And Brighton has it. And you see Brighton. Boy, that's time and situation. Nielsen being patient, still has it here. In 40 seconds, and no need to even put a shot on cage, right?
Right. You can tell they're still driving to goal and still determined to make the opportunity if it's there, but ultimate goal is to keep the ball on this side of the field.
And Lee, that one didn't make its way through. We'll get the whistle here. It'll be Skyline possession. Final seconds ticking off here. And that'll do it. A big win for Brighton here at home as Skyline drops back-to-back games against Park City, now against Brighton. The Bengals with the 11-7 win. Megan, your final thoughts and a selection of a player of the game.
Oh, man. Final thoughts. I think this was a great game for both teams this time of the season as they start to progress to the end of the season and get themselves ready for region championships, etc. I think both teams really came out with a lot of power and competitiveness and demanding of the field. So I think it was great to see both teams really up their level. My player of the team, I want to say Gurley on Brighton. With her, she kept driving to goal. Her opportunities she was creating to get goals for Brighton. With the goals herself, she was always moving around, creating opportunities. Her giving 110%. It was really obvious out there.
She was great on the draw.
Yep.
She defended McMaster really well tonight.
Beautifully, yep.
And finished with 3 goals.
Yes.
I'm agreed. Izzy Gurley, player of the game, phenomenal effort for her, and really for all of Brighton. As we talk about, they lost the first 2 of the year. They've now won 5 straight. 2-0 in region. A big matchup coming up next week against Olympus as the Brighton Bengals defeat Skyline 11-7. Your final score. Izzy Gurley, our player of the game. For Tino Psyche, Megan Chambers, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us for Brighton Lacrosse here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Reminder, check us out on KSLSports.com for weekly streams as we take you all the way to state championships in 4A, 5A, and 6A only on KSLSports.com. Good night, everybody.